What's up, y'all? It's your boy Mochigo back once again with another video, and today we are going to be on the hip hop side with an album review of Conway's The Machine new album, Won't Eat Do It. And man, I gotta say, Conway has been my favorite Griselda member, although he's not Griselda anymore. He's still, part of the crew, obviously. And here's why. It's because I believe he is the most versatile and the most all-around artist that they have. Obviously, they're all good with the bars, but Conway will give you elite storytelling. His rhyme schemes are at an all-time. He has actually improved his flows so much that now he can go over any type of production. And even on his albums, the vision that he has, although West puts out the best artistic quality material, Conway has really improved his artistic bag now. And he'll give you like a complete landscape of sounds and flows and ideas on the project. It's not just being the grimiest of all time, and he was already great doing it, right? But now he's way more of a complete artist. So he's at the top of the game right now. His name should be up there with the best. And this album was just more proof of that, in my opinion. This was a bar fest, and this was a real showcase of what Conway has been able to accomplish and all of his improvements as an artist. And the scary part is that it feels so effortless. And he said that he has like 3 more albums coming out this year. And if all those albums are that type of quality, man, we're gonna have to have some conversation about the man. Because from jump, it starts with the quarters, and he comes in with this crazy rhyme scheme. And he was like, the dope I owed it was imported. But man, I don't even want to fuck it up. But man, crazy rhyme schemes over that beat, with that flow that was pretty fast paced and everything, saying that these tape with Alchemist, he was tasting his aim, that he has way more in the cup and everything. That man, pretty much warning the game, right? Then it follows up with Crucifix that we've heard already with West Side Gun, and it was like a really throwback joint to them early Griselda days, man, over Derringer, and I really loved it. The video is fire too. Conway had this line about the people plotting up on his land. I don't even want to fuck it up either, but yeah, that line was crazy. Him saying that he's so in the lead that he could leave for 3 years and still not lose distance on the competition. Yeah, and West Side Gun just sounded great on there. He brought the energy, loved the track. Monogram was just a beautiful joint. I don't know who made the beat. I don't think it was Alchemist, but it sounded like an Alchemist beat. And him giving insight about his conversation with Hove and the hook stays in my head. At first I wasn't feeling it that much, but I want to say okay forever. That's in my head. I really like the track now. Then it follows with a stab out with Ransom, and man, they are 2 for 2 on collabs. Kill All Rats off If It Bleeds It Can Be Killed with Rome Streets and Ransom was amazing, but this is right up there. I wish Rome actually had a verse on this because it would have sounded great on this. But man, they both brought it. Conway said that he's as consistent as a Coke nose drip, and Ransom at some crazy line. But my favorite line of Ransom's verse was that Zion line, when it was like niggas call Zion because 300 pounds jumping. I was like, yeah, man, he came here to play. So yeah, definitely one of the highlights of the album. Flesh of My Flesh, it did not lose any momentum with Flesh of My Flesh. That beat from Derringer was so grimy and at the same time beautiful. I love that guitar chord. And Conway, as I said previously, just showcasing a whole nother flow that I never really heard from him. And he had that funny line when he was like, yeah, niggas dropped the album and, I shoot him a text, just me shouting up my son or something like that. I was like, yeah, this man Conway is just funny. Kanye was not a highlight in my opinion. It wasn't bad. I wouldn't skip it, but it wasn't a highlight for me. Although he had a very good line, he had a lot of sports reference on this album. But this one about speak for yourself, when he was like, I show you wilding, you speak for yourself. With obviously the 2 hosts from the show back in the days, well, Emmanuel Acho and Marcellus Wiley. So the Wiling and Wiley at the same. Meaning that double entendre was really cool. And speak for yourself, shouting out the show, obviously. And it was cool that Emmanuel Acho actually acknowledged the verse. So that was good. Musically, it was fine, but it wasn't so interesting sonically. I would have rather heard a second verse than just that, that whole musical bridge on there. But still a good track. We've already heard The Chosen, and it was, man, amazing. I need more Conway Justice League. Like, that felt so bossy, and Conway had so many lines. J Ski brought the energy, and yeah, man, an amazing performance on there. Water the Wine was good. I thought Dave East sounded great. This wasn't the most lyrical track, but this wasn't what they were aiming for, so I think it served its purpose. Gil Judas is just a quick interlude, to get back to that grimy part of the album. Then he followed with one of my favorite tracks on there in Brick Fair with Derringer. And I always love Conway over these simple loops like that. That's just sounded so nasty of a track, man. And it was just, I like how Conway just paints that picture. Even a simple hook like that, saying that he would spit in the pot before he would cook it up. It's just something that I never heard anyone say like that. But, it just, for me, proves that Conway is real, He always has those funny details or very intricate parts about what he used to do when he was in that kitchen. And then it follows with Brooklyn Chop House, was arguably my favorite track on there. That beat was so energetic. Conway brought the energy. Fabulous had a lot of good lines, and Benny had that funny line about he's trying to buy a rap bitch a new truck like he drilled a pool. So yeah, very, very, very catchy beat. A lot of replay value for me on this track. Twin Cross Twin was just him showing up the bag, just like the players who have the Twin Cross Twin are in the bag. Conway was showing up his bag on this track. That second verse about peeing on people with the pee hat, and he has a nigga he was cooking dope since the Nintendo days. He chopping it up with goggles. He called him Amari. That was nasty, man. So he was definitely showing out on this track. And highlight, Won't He Do It has the best guest feature on this whole thing, in my opinion. Love Genius came in and she stole the show. Straight up. Beautiful beat. Conway was real on there also. And it ended with Super Bowl. And at first when I heard it, I wasn't a fan of it. But for whatever reason, the context of the album, I really fucked with it as a closer. So yeah, man, just this album is just a complete showcase once more time about what Conway can do as an artist. And I hope this gets the recognition that it deserves. I saw that he got that first week sales. First spot, so shout out to him. And yeah, keep going, Conway. Keep feeding us, and you definitely get your flowers from me, bro. So anyways, we're gonna cut this video right here. I appreciate you guys for checking me out. Again, in the comment section and tell me whether you fuck with the album or not, and I catch you guys later. Peace.